Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL buzz lately, you know that the NFC East is heating up in a way we haven't seen in years. Everyone's talking about how the Giants are trying to rebuild and get back to the top. But now, whispers are growing louder about a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the entire league. The Giants possibly trading for George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, you heard that right. The versatile, hard-hitting tight end who's been a key piece for the Niners might be on his way to our locker room. And honestly, this could be the kind of move that pushes the Giants from fringe contenders to serious playoff monsters. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is Kittle really available? And if so, what's the catch? Well, the rumors, which have been floating around NFL circles and some trusted insiders, suggest that the 49ers might be looking to rebuild after a challenging 2025 season, finishing with a 6-11 record. They're in cap trouble, with about $45 million committed for 2026, including a hefty $13 million dead cap hit from Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers are reportedly eyeing a rebuild, especially on their quarterback and offensive line positions, and they're considering trading some of their veteran assets, including Kittle, to stockpile draft capital and youth. Sources indicate that the 49ers are open to moving Kittle in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2027 draft. That's a significant price, but if it means clearing cap space, around $10 million, and acquiring key future assets, it makes sense for a team that's now focusing on a rebuild after a disappointing season. Plus, with the injuries and inconsistency that plagued the 49ers in 2025, they're prioritizing a fresh start, especially with their young quarterback, Brock Purdy, who's still on his rookie deal and looking to grow in a more sustained environment. For the Giants, this is a golden opportunity. We've seen what a dynamic tight end like Kittle can do when used correctly. He's not just a blocker, he's a matchup nightmare, a player who can take over games with his YAC ability, contested catches, and red zone prowess. In 2025, Kittle was still a force, catching 48 passes for 612 yards and 4 touchdowns in just 13 games, missing 3 due to a hamstring injury that limited him early in the season. But when healthy, he's been an elite receiver with a PFF receiving grade of 87. 6 and a block grade among the best for tight ends, sitting at 70. 9. He's a perfect fit for the Giants' offense, which has been somewhat predictable and underwhelming in 2025, averaging just 17 points per game. Adding Kittle would give quarterback Daniel Jones a true mismatch weapon, opening up the field and expanding the playbook. Imagine the possibilities, Kittle working the middle, creating mismatches against linebackers, and giving Jones a reliable target in critical situations. His ability to generate YAC, yards after catch, is top tier, sitting at around 5. 4 yards per reception, and his contested catch percentage is impressive at 58%. That's exactly what the Giants need to elevate their red zone efficiency and sustain drives. Plus, Kittle's presence would take pressure off other receivers, like Wan'Dale Robinson, who's been battling injuries, or rookie tight end Paris Campbell, who's shown flashes but needs a consistent weapon alongside him. In terms of how this fits into the Giants' larger strategy, it's clear that the team is looking to build around a more balanced attack. The offensive line still needs work, but adding a player like Kittle could help mask some of those issues, especially given his blocking ability, which is among the best for tight ends with a blocking grade of 70. 9. If the Giants can get him, they'll also see an immediate boost in their EPA per target, which is currently hovering around 0.18. With Kittle, that number could jump to approximately 0.24, making the offense much more efficient and explosive. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Giants are currently sitting with a rebuilding cap space of around $11 to $22 million, which gives them some flexibility to make a move. They're also adding some depth on the offensive line, which has been a weak spot this season, especially after losing Andrew Thomas to injury and dealing with inconsistent play from other starters. The addition of Kittle would not only boost the offense, but also send a message to the NFC East that the Giants are serious about competing again, especially with the Eagles and Cowboys both making bold moves this offseason. And speaking of the NFC East, the division is also seeing some significant shifts. The Eagles, who have been dominant, are still favorites, but the Giants with Kittle could close that gap. Plus, the Cowboys are always lurking with their defense and a solid offense led by Dak Prescott. The addition of a player like Kittle would make the Giants a much more balanced and dangerous team, especially in high-pressure situations like the playoffs. It's no secret that tight ends like Kelce have historically been game changers, and Kittle's potential impact is similar. Now, I know some skeptics will point out Kittle's age. He's 32 now, and his injury history. He's had a few hamstring issues, and some question if he's still at his peak. But make no mistake, Kittle remains one of the most dynamic tight ends in the league, with a career YAC of over 750 yards and a red zone rating of 96.3%. His ability to elevate his game in critical moments is well documented. Plus, at 6'4" and 250 pounds with a 4.52 40-yard dash, he combines size, speed, and agility in a way that's rare for tight ends. From a statistical perspective, Kittle's 2025 season was solid, especially considering the injuries. He averaged 47 yards per game, which isn't far from his career average of around 65 yards. When fully healthy, he's a player who can rack up over 850 yards and 7 touchdowns in a season, numbers that would significantly boost the Giants' offensive output. His overall PFF grade of 89.2 in 2025 puts him in the upper echelon of tight ends, comparable to the likes of Gronk in his prime, especially in YAC and contested catches. The financial aspect is also interesting. The 49ers are looking to shed about $9 million in cap space post-trade, and moving Kittle would give them some much-needed flexibility. For the Giants, the trade would be an investment in their future, giving them a reliable weapon for the next couple of seasons while also adding value in the draft picks they receive in return. It's a move that might signal the Giants are aiming for a quick turnaround, especially with the rebuild in full effect. Looking ahead, if the Giants land Kittle, the impact could be felt immediately. The offense would become more dynamic, their red zone efficiency would spike, and the overall team identity would shift toward a more balanced, explosive attack. The defense, which has been improving, would benefit from the added possession time and field position advantages that come with a potent offense. The NFC East would start to look different. The Giants might finally be reclaiming their spot as a division contender, not just a rebuilding team. Now, as we're nearing the NFL trade deadline, set for November 4th, this rumor is gaining momentum. The odds in Vegas are currently at plus 25-0 for the Giants winning the Super Bowl, but if they swing this move, those odds could improve significantly, maybe even down to plus 8-0. That's a big jump, especially if Kittle helps turn the offense into a playoff-caliber unit. Remember, adding a player of his caliber in the playoffs has historically led to a huge boost. Think about how Kelce's presence in Kansas City has helped them dominate, and Kittle could do the same for the Giants if the stars align. And it's not just about the immediate impact. This trade could be part of a broader strategy where the Giants are positioning themselves as serious contenders, not just for this season, but for the next few years. With a solid core, a talented defense, and now a proven weapon like Kittle, the Giants could be looking at a quick rise back to the top of the NFC East and beyond. The fan base is buzzing, and this move could be the spark that ignites a new era of Giants football, one where they finally start reclaiming their place among the league's elite. So, in summary, while all the details are still unofficial, the potential trade for George Kittle is one of the most exciting rumors swirling around the NFL right now. The Giants are clearly exploring all options to make a splash and accelerate their rebuild. If it happens, it could be a game changer, propelling the Giants into a new chapter of success and playoff contention. And knowing how much this fan base craves a deep postseason run, it's easy to see why everyone's looking at this story with such anticipation. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Kittle trade? Are you excited about the idea of adding such a dynamic weapon? Do you think it's worth giving up a first-round pick in 2027? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This offseason has been full of surprises, and I truly believe we're on the verge of something special. The future's bright if we make the right moves, and a trade like this could be exactly what the Giants need to return to prominence. So buckle up, Giants fans, because the next few weeks could be pivotal. Let's hope we're celebrating a new era very soon.